Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is BobLyn, aka PabLoon, and today we are taking a look at the new Tier 7 IJN light cruiser, the Tokachi. Now, what is a Tokachi? Well, first of all, it's going to be a prelude in my humble guess. This is just a guess. This is going to be a prelude to the Japanese light cruiser line we're going to see here in May sometime, at least the early access. So if you are willing to grind that line once it comes out, hopefully it's not as long as the Jinan wait. Like, I don't know why we don't have that yet, but anyways, I think this is a really good ship to get if you're wanting to, figure out if these Japanese light cruisers are for you. So this thing is pretty much just an Atlanta with, zero smoke, no AA pretty much. It does have a defensive fire too, as you can see. But the AA is not the main point. And the torpedoes are not either. Actually, this thing is not a torp boat, believe it or not. Usually IJN ships are very, very heavily armed with torpedoes, but this thing only gets 3 per side. Now, they are standard 610mm torpedoes. Standard Japanese, they go 8.74 kilometers, so they are great in that regard, and they of course do a ton of damage. And we're gonna see them be used here in a minute or so. This Maya here is, well, Maya is brave, let's just say that. The guns we have on this ship are 127mm guns, and as you can see, we have 6 in total, so that brings it up to 12. They reload in about 5 seconds with my reload mod, and I would say, like, if you have IFHE, if you have a level 12 commander, you should just spec this thing with IFHE. The AP and the HE damage is almost similar, and the only times I do use the AP is if I'm very close range fighting a light cruiser, or if I'm fighting a DD, because when you're fighting DDs, the AP definitely makes a difference. But here we go. We see this Maya here, and I'm waiting for his torpedoes. I'm betting he's going to shoot them at somebody else, so I'm just going to, hold my position here and wait. And there we go. Now we know he's not even a threat to us. So we're just going to push out here. We can't one-shot him, because obviously we don't have the standard Japanese setup here. But 3 of these torpedoes will still hurt a Maya bad, like very bad. In this game you're seeing here, I got almost 100k damage. And I will say this, I played 10 games in this ship, and I enjoyed every single one of them. I know you guys are, you don't like when I enjoy a ship, but unfortunately, and I guess fortunately at the same time, this gets the PabLoon seal of approval. Just like the Ragnar, just like the Leipzig, the Tokachi will also get the PabLoon seal of approval. This is a very fun light cruiser, and you can see it can produce Daka. I would say you could probably do a Daka dudes with this ship. That's how you know it gets the approval. So now we're fighting this Colorado here, and you can just see we're laying down quite a lot of fire just all the time. And these are 360 turrets. I forgot to tell you guys, these all the turrets on this ship turn 360 degrees, and damn is it good. It's really good when you're fighting. You can see us use it here. We don't even have to wait for these turrets. I'm pretty much bow-inning him at this point, and I know either way I turn, I can have my guns on target. Every one of them, every single one of them. 6 turrets, guys. But here we go, sending torpedoes, and I immediately turn bow in, varying my speed up and down, because you do turn way faster and sharper if you are in a reverse, if your engines go in reverse while you're turning. But right now we're just, running down this guy, and I mean, he could kill us. You would get one shot in this thing if you're not careful. And it has 24,000 HP, so that's almost as much as a Smolensk here at Tier 7. But it's not armored at all. If you compare this to Miyoko, I'm pretty sure Miyoko could take a couple more hits than this thing can. It's definitely light cruiser in the armor category. Now, this thing is probably going to be in a blitz pass, I am guessing, and there will probably also be a special camo. I'm pretty sure they have announced it already, but I don't know what it looks like. The camo you get, the historical camo is really good. It gives range for torpedoes, it gives range for your main battery, and it gives surface detection. So if this special camo isn't good, at least the historical camo is popping. It's really nice. It works perfectly on this ship. So, am I gonna get the Japanese light cruisers? Well, for anyone who's watched this channel for, well, I don't know, more than a month, or maybe just watched my streams, you would know I love Japanese cruisers. Like, I actually do enjoy playing them. And I might be one of the, I think, like, what, 10% of the player base say they like SAO and think it's a good ship. I think I'm one of them. I would consider myself one of the SAO lovers. And I think all SAO lovers are gonna enjoy this boat, because it kind of bridges the gap between a heavy cruiser, because that's what you're used to with Japanese ships, or at least the cruiser branch. You're used to heavy cruisers with, you know, 203s, longer reloads. But this thing feels like an Atlanta, very, very much like an Atlanta. But you blow up just, you know, just like an Atlanta, except you don't have the best AA, you don't have sonar, you don't have any team utility or smoke for that matter. All you have is your guns, your surface detection, and your 3 torpedoes on each side. Oh boy, this, yeah, I remember this from the gameplay. So this right here is, yeah, this is just annoying. For some reason, this Lexington managed to actually get away, and we do not get 100k, guys. Why? Why did you have to do this, Mr. Lexington? You could have gone down with glory and given me 100k damage. I could have clickbaited the hell out of that. No, it's fine. At tier 7 getting, you know, over 90k is actually very good in my opinion. And if there's a tier 7 premium right now that can do this, it's going to be one of the Japanese ships. Because they have that torpedo power, they have the flooding chance, they have the fire chance. I forgot to mention this thing has a 4% fire chance. And like I said, 12 guns with a 5-second reload. So it's pretty easy to set fires on this ship. So our boy, the Lexington, he didn't quite get us. He was close with his dive bombers, but he ended up getting away. Now we're just gonna watch the Manfred, or so the August von Passewall, just take him out. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, get it. Get it, dude. And there we go. So that is the Tokachi, and like I said, all the games I had in this thing were a blast. I didn't win all of them, but that's just tier 7. I mean, I had 2 tier 5s in my team twice in a row. Like, I actually felt so bad for these noobs that I wrote in the chat from my press account, and I just nicely said to them, hey guys, you know, it is quite disadvantageous. Yeah, I think it's right there. Just for your information, you know, queuing up in a tier 5 with the tier 6 is very bad. You might handicap your team. Anyways, here are the stats on the Tokachi. 127 mils, 5-second reload, 10.6 kilometer range, and that 4% fire chance. One thing I forgot to mention is the turrets actually turn quite fast, and as you can see, 10.7 degrees per second. So don't go for turret traverse. Do not. Do not. And the torpedoes, they reload in 50 seconds. I would have kind of wished they reloaded a little bit faster, maybe just 40 seconds. But that's because I'm a very aggressive player and I really enjoy just, you know, YOLOing people with these Japanese torpedoes. You saw the historical camo in a little preview, and here are the stats for it. Like I said, a great camo that pretty much benefits everything. For the supplies, we have gone with, of course, surface detection, pretty standard. And then my standard light cruiser build, reload, acceleration, or steering, depends on what you want to do really. And then surface detection, of course, you gotta have that. Now, because I'm a cheeky Sigma whale, I have this commander also on my main account, so I will put it on this ship, like I probably would have on my main account. Now, the good thing is, he pretty much lines up with the ship, because, I mean, Togo Hayachiro might be the best Japanese commander for cruisers by far. I mean, he gives extra healing. He does have a Marksman Plus, so it's meant for the SAO pretty much, but you also get IFHE Plus and Giant Hunter Plus. If I didn't have this guy, I would have swapped out the special skill, you know, Sixth Sense, that you get with the legendary commander for the Victorious Charge. So that has been it for my video on the new Tokachi. It's probably going to be coming out in the Blitz Pass, like I said, and I think it's a good ship. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. Now, a 6 out of 10 ain't bad. It's just, it's not that special. It doesn't have a special gimmick. It doesn't have crazy utility. It can't really support the team that well. It's a very, very, like, bland vanilla cruiser, but it's fun. So 6 out of 10 from me, and my name has been PabLoon, signing out.